Hi, movie hoppers. How are you? We're super excited for today. Today is the release of Hamilton on Disney Plus.
Yep, super excited to watch that.
Very excited. And we're going to watch it. We're going to review it. I personally only know that it's about, was it Alexander Hamilton? I only know that that's what it's about. So I'm going in blind. Everybody that I know that has seen it absolutely loves it.
I have the music on my phone, so I'm not as blind.
Oh wow!
So
I haven't heard any of the music. All I know is Miguel. I forget his name. Miguel Lin.
I don't know.
The one that played the candle or the light guy in Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All I know is he's in it. I loved him in Mary Poppins Returns.
I never saw that.
Boo to you. I love musicals. I grew up on musicals. My number one musical is Newsies. If you have never seen it, we need to watch it.
Yeah, actually, musicals are kind of something I've only gotten into in the last couple years, I'd say.
Yeah.
My favorite one is The Greatest Showman, though, which is coming to Disney Plus in a couple months, August, I think. So that's awesome. But we already own it, so it doesn't really matter. True. But still cool.
Also, I would love to see a Broadway musical theater.
Yeah.
It is definitely on the bucket list.
For sure.
The last, stage theater, or theater play musical that I've ever seen is the day that Aladdin's Musical Spectacular left California Adventure.
Yeah, I mean, same here. We used to go to that all the time.
It was always a must.
We actually still haven't seen Frozen. I actually really like Frozen.
I know. I'm really surprised we haven't seen it yet. But yeah, the last play that I ever seen on a stage is Aladdin.
Yeah, same. So it'll be awesome to see this. We're super excited. So
we got a new TV just for it.
Just for kidding. It. No. But we do have a new sound bar and stuff, so it's gonna sound really good. Hopefully. Yes. The music's awesome. You're gonna love the music for sure.
Yeah.
So all right, well we got some lunch, so we're gonna eat and watch it, and we'll be back and tell you guys what we thought of it.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys in a few. All right, guys. Well, we just finished Hamilton, and I'm almost speechless.
Dude, I am totally speechless.
Enjoyed that so much.
It was amazing, guys.
Yeah, awesome job to everybody involved in that.
Yes.
From the acting, the singing.
Yes, all of it. First off, let me correct myself. It is not Manuel Lin or Miguel Lin. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda. So if you by any chance see this, I'm sorry I butchered your name and I love you. I promise.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. So it was kind of an elongated watch because we started it with lunch.
Yes.
And then what's awesome is just like at a real play, especially a long play, there was an intermission.
Yes.
Unlike a real play, it was only a minute on Disney Plus, but it's a good point at the halfway mark to pause it. And we actually had a photo shoot we had to do today. Mm-hmm. So we went and did that, and then ran some errands, came home, and
with dinner. We
finished it with dinner. So we just finished it. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's start with cinematography.
Yeah.
That's probably not something you think of when you're like, I'm going to see a play.
Right.
You don't really think of cinematography. But when it's being filmed, I don't know. My dad did a lot of theater growing up. And so I watched him when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I watched him as an adult. You went to one of his plays.
I did. I think I love plays in general. I grew up with theater. I did theater in high school. I really wish I could sing. That way I could have been in a musical instead of just being the tree in the background. But yeah, so that was my spot.
I think I don't really think of dynamic camera angles.
Yeah.
All the plays I've never seen. I think they have a version of Cats on DVD that you can watch, but I've never watched those.
Right.
So I think of just your high school music, one camera angle.
Yeah. See, I really love that they filmed them on stage, not a remake of it to make it a movie. Yeah. It's the actual play, and like you were saying with Rent and Cats and all the other things that have been on theater that transferred over to TV, or movie theater, I should say. They change everything. they changed I don't want to say the story, but sometimes, and like,
yeah. I mean, there are
was
things
straight from the theater.
There are things that work better, obviously, for like a film, and things that work better for like a Broadway or a stage production. And it was interesting to see it done as a stage production, because you see the way you would see it sitting there, except maybe better technically, because if you don't sit up close, you're not going to see all the little nuances. But it was great. The cinematography, like I said, lots of dynamic camera angles, so it wasn't just like one or two angles. Lots of good close-ups.
Yes.
Far away, but you never really saw more than like the front 2 rows of the crowd max.
Right.
For most of it, I don't even think you saw that. That was mostly like just a couple wide shots of the cast, but for the most part, it was very...
just the stage.
Yeah, they filmed in front of a live audience, because like I said, you could see them, especially during intermission.
Yeah,
but
you can hear them.
You can hear them, but you didn't feel like it was in front of a live audience.
No.
Like, you don't see them. Nobody stands up midway and like walks through like you're watching a bad cam.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So I thought it was great.
I think so. I truly loved everything.
Yeah, and I think part of the cinematography, the set really lended itself to the cinematography. Definitely. No spoilers, but that set, don't let screenshots or pictures of the cast. The set itself, like the 3 walls, we'll call it, is very
intricate.
It's like, well, I think the 3 walls is kind of plain. It's like stairs, a back row, and more stairs.
Oh yeah, it's very minimal. Very minimal.
It's super minimal. But what they do with the foreground of the set is really good. There's 2 really big turntables.
Yeah.
That keeps the cast dynamic, and I think that's what lends itself to the cinematography. Is you get this, the lighting tells you, hey, you should be watching this character.
It draws so much attention and so much emotion with the lighting.
But they're able to use these 2 turntables that can either spin in the same direction or opposite directions to convey like a sense of a crowd, even though there's only like 8 or 9 people on stage.
Or walking.
Exactly.
Or like just the normal like crossing people past, like.
Yeah. That's probably one of the coolest sets I've ever seen.
Definitely.
Not that we go to like a lot of plays, but that was like really one of the coolest sets I've ever seen.
I mean, it's Broadway. It'd have to be a pretty amazing set.
That's true. But the set blew me away. I wasn't expected to come out of this being like, oh, we have to talk about the set.
Yeah.
Maybe like set pieces.
Probably like 10 minutes in, I was like, this set is amazing.
Yeah, we both kind of like looked at each other. We were just like, yeah, that was pretty awesome. And what's cool about the set, and kind of getting into the next part, which is the music.
Yeah.
What didn't you know about the music that...
So, I did see Lin-Manuel Miranda, got your name right, do a interview for Hamilton. I think it was right when Mary Poppins Returns came out. He was doing an interview for Mary Poppins Returns.
And of course, Hamilton probably came up.
Yes. Somebody brought up Hamilton, and they asked him to rap. And so I figured there was one rap song in there. Not the whole thing. Like, mind blown. I was just like, what?
Yeah, we were driving in the car, the photo shoot, and she was just like, I didn't know the whole thing was like hip hop.
Yeah,
and I was like,
know it was all hip hop.
Like, that was like
R&B.
One of the first things that like I found out about when the show came out was everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, like when he sang his opening number on the interview that he was on, and I just figured that was the attention getter.
Right. So awesome. So
I wish I could rap.
The music is very, very like hip hop. And what's awesome is they really do pull from a lot of different generations of hip hop.
Yes.
Like you get some very like 80s with like some street ciphers.
Like I was saying earlier, well, as I was saying while we were watching it, you could totally tell what songs influenced each piece that they wrote. Yeah. Like I was like, oh hey, that sounds like that song. Oh hey, the beginning of that song sounds like that song. Or hey, this lyric comes to mind when I hear that melody.
Yeah, there definitely are some lyrics they pull from like popular songs.
Yeah.
It was getting to the music. It was kind of strange to hear some slight cussing on Disney Plus. Not that we mind, but that could be good for the future. We could get some like rated R Deadpool on there finally. Mm-hmm. Who knows what they could do with that? But you could tell where they cut the F-bomb a couple times.
Oh yeah.
They did pull all of the F-bombs for the movie, but I don't think they pulled anything else. No. You definitely hear some of the other words. Yeah. So it's good. I'd say if you have kids, if you're okay with them hearing some words, I think it's minimal enough.
It's minimal enough. Like, I honestly didn't hear the first few. Like, you're just so pulled into the music and the acting and the set that, like, Yeah, you really don't hear it.
Yeah, and if you listen to normal music nowadays and not just the radio version, it's nothing your kids probably haven't heard.
Exactly.
And it's worked in a way you don't always hear it, which is awesome.
True.
Favorite song? Do you have I don't expect you to know the names of them, obviously, but like favorite... Do you remember?
My favorite one is... Oh, goodness. I definitely love anything that Eliza sings. Like... Eliza, yes, Eliza. I love everything.
I actually love everything
I loved her voice.
Her and Angelica sing.
Yes.
Like, their voices are very, like, complementary.
Yes, they harmonize well.
I really enjoyed them.
Yes.
For me, like, I feel the guy, I don't know his name, but the guy that played Lafayette and Jefferson.
Yes.
I enjoyed his parts the best, especially as Lafayette, because he kind of had that, like, French swagger.
Yes.
And
Dude,
he
the
rapped
chemistry
so
of this
quick.
cast.
Yeah.
Yes. Like...
Yeah, I'm really glad they used the filming. It's really crazy. I was telling Crystal, when you're watching it, and they filmed it in 2016.
Yeah.
Like, that was 4 years ago.
Right.
And that's the original cast. That's what you were telling me.
Yes, they pulled back the original cast to film it, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
I think they deserve a lot of credit. Like, I mean, the people that are doing it on tour, like,
yeah,
props to them,
I'm sure
too.
they do an amazing job, too.
Definitely.
But these are kind of the guys that
they foundated it.
And they put their, like, heart and soul into making it the hit that it became. So I think that was cool. The music is great, though. I don't think there was any really bad songs.
No.
I do like that they bring back the opening song as, like, they weave it into the story throughout the whole thing. Like, it keeps coming back about his shot. Yeah. And no spoilers, but, like, the ending, if you know history, like, it's an interesting wraparound.
Oh, definitely.
So.
I like that. So my favorite was when Angelica met Hamilton first time, and she introduced him to her sister because Eliza was like, he's the one, and then, like, rewind, and then it does
yeah, I actually thought I missed something.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
Oh my, that was like my favorite, like, remix. It was great.
And I think one thing we didn't talk about in set, but the set and music work together.
Oh, they did.
And there are multiple times that they used the turntable spinning very slow.
Oh, yes.
To, like, slow down time. 2 times very specifically.
Yes.
But the time you really notice it is when he's doing the hurricane song.
The hurricane song is
like, that's the first time I really noticed that that effect was dramatic.
The way they pull the way they make it look like an actual hurricane.
Yeah,
like,
and that has to do with the set itself, like the lighting, the way everybody is. It was really good.
Yes.
Yes. Talk about the actors.
They're all amazing.
All the actors.
I really cannot.
No, I think they were all great.
Like,
I think they were all really good.
Yeah. Like, if they were to cast anybody else other than these people, I don't know.
Which they have.
Well, I mean, like, no, for this, like, I don't know if they'd be able to bring what they brought.
You know, I think that they do bring what they brought, because or else they wouldn't, like, it wouldn't be good enough to take on the road.
I mean, yeah.
But, you know, a lot of times the first version is kind of the best version.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that worked out what works, what doesn't work.
Right.
So, I mean, fabulous job. All the actors, they were amazing. I think my favorite still, though, was King George.
King George.
Hilarious.
Dude, he brought the fun.
Like, if I picture King George, like, I will always picture him differently when I read history books. Like, just this, like, sassy dude.
Yeah.
Like.
Dude, seriously. So, like, I came into this super blind in every aspect. Like, I didn't know anything about the theater or the show.
Nope, we got a doggo.
Yeah, we got a JD dog here. I did horrible in history in high school. Like,
Crystal's not a history buff
I'm not a history. Give me all the science. Give me all the math. Keep your English and your history, but...
Which are my favorite subjects. English and history.
Yes.
Used to want to be a writer.
Yes.
So...
And, like, I was telling Nick, I was like, why can't every lesson be like this? Like, why? I would have enjoyed history 10 times more. I would have done better on all of my grades. Sorry, Mr. Tanner. But yeah, like...
I actually had a history teacher in high school that was very close to this. Not quite... like rapping, but his style of teaching was very just like very different. He was very like in your face about history. It was really awesome, actually. So yeah, I mean, shout out to the actors. The music was great. The set's amazing. The way they filmed it, you don't just feel like you're watching like a stoic play. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Disney and whoever they had to work with on like the Hamilton side to make this work. But what a perfect weekend to bring this out in the 4th of July weekend. And, you know, especially with like everything going on in the world right now, it was kind of cool to see.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it.
Like, we're watching the play, and Nick is like, he knows I'm not a history person, so he's like turning around, he's like, hey, did you know this? No, I didn't. Hey, did you know that? No, I didn't. Like, so wait, who was that guy? Nick's like, oh, it's Lafayette. And I'm like, okay. Surprisingly, I had a dog named after one of the founders, so...
Yeah, very popular. Laffy is a very popular name for that.
Yeah, so...
So yeah, you guys, we'll probably get this video out tomorrow, which is Saturday, 4th of July. So if you're watching this on Saturday, happy 4th of July from us.
Happy 4th of July.
Hope you guys have a safe and fun one.
Yes.
But, you know, you guys should definitely take the 2.5 hours that it takes to watch this.
Agree.
Sit down, get a good snack, some drinks, and sit down. Popcorn's a great one. And watch it with your family. It's really good, especially you can teach the kids a little bit about history, I think.
Agree.
Yeah, plus, you know...
Or the adult in your life that doesn't know anything about history.
Or the adult in your life, yeah. You know what was awesome, and, you know, this is kind of, like, not always a good thing for us, but we are pretty bad with our phones sometimes. So when we're watching something, especially something we've seen before, but even sometimes new, even, like, if we're watching a TV show, you're maybe not captivated all the time, or it's not something you have to stay focused for. So you might
Background noise.
Let's check my Facebook. Let's check my emails. But, like, I think I only picked my phone up twice.
I picked my phone up to look up facts.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and one of those 2 times I was picking it up to look up a fact.
Yeah.
So, yeah, awesome. You guys should make sure you watch it. If you liked this video, make sure you give us a like and a subscribe.
Yes,
It really does help out the channel. And until then, we'll see you guys next time at the movies.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, guys.